In the previous episode, we heard that Joy kept on thinking about Oliver and he could not sleep that night. So, let's continue. Episode number 5, The Vagabond MELA. Next morning, Joy got ready and ran to the backyard lawn where his Nanu was having his breakfast. He brought his breakfast from the kitchen and sat with him. "Good morning, dear," Nanu greeted with a warm smile. "Good morning, Nanu," Joy replied. "Nanu, I can't wait anymore. Please tell me how you got that backpack," Joy said hurriedly. "Dear, I don't think you had slept nicely today," Nanu smiled. "So, I was going to meet my very good friend at late evening in Dubai. On my way, I met a mini accident where my car went off route and I landed in a mysterious village. My driver tried to start the car, but it wasn't starting. So we went to seek some help, but unfortunately, there was no one in the village. I heard some loud music and moving focus lights on the sky. I thought I would get some help from there. And I was curious too. What's going on?" Nanu started narrating. "I followed the music and lights and reached to a huge ground. I read a signboard which said, 'Welcome to the Vagabond MELA.' The ground was alive with numerous people, light, music, and sounds. People were walking leisurely and the place was very crowded. There were many stalls in which there were toys, magic, groceries, clothes, fast food stalls, etc. All the stalls were arranged along the sides, leaving the middle part for the people to move. The stalls were beautifully decorated. Items in the stalls were put in a tempting manner. Just then, I bumped into a man walking on stilts. "Oh, my apologies, sir." The man on stilts leaned down and said, "No problem, sir. Please enjoy the MELA." He smiled and offered a free MELA map and went ahead. I saw many colorful rides for kids and adults like Ferris wheel, trampoline, carousel, bungee jumping trampoline, etc. The atmosphere was very crowded and everyone were busy enjoying themselves. I was confused. To whom should I approach? Suddenly, I felt something inkling that something was amiss. I saw here and there, but couldn't understand. "500 का खेलना गाड़ी, 500 का खेलना गाड़ी." A Bengali village boy was shouting with some toy cars in his hands. He seemed to be very humble, so I approached him to ask about a car mechanic. But he was a tribal boy and was unable to understand my language, so he ignored me. My driver also tried to communicate with him, but it was no use. Just then, I heard a voice. "Chal jamure, naach ke dikha." A Madari played his jamru. A girl monkey dressed like a Barbie doll was dancing on his beats. Everyone was cheering her up. Moving ahead, we saw a group of people who were singing and dancing. Taking a left from there, we got hit by aroma of hot, crispy and yummy jalebis. We walked through the fast food lane. There were many stalls of fast food. Since we had a long drive, we started starving. "Do you know what we had, Joy?" Nanu asked. "Hot and yummy jalebis. Am I right, Nanu?" Joy replied with a big smile. "Yes, you are absolutely right, Mowgli." Nano patted on Joy's head. Nano continued. While I was having my jalebis, I again felt something inkling that something was amiss. I saw here and there again, but after having some delicious snack, we saw some light sketch artists sketching. We went there too, to see if we could get some help. But all of a sudden, a very old, weird-looking man approached me and requested to purchase something from him. He seemed to be very weak and needy. "Hello, sir. I'm Yuan. Can I talk to you for a minute, please?" he asked me. "Oh, of course. How can I help you?" He grabbed my hand and took me behind a tent. He looked left, then right, up and down, back and forth and everywhere with fear. "So, I want to present you something." He snapped his fingers and an ancient-looking backpack came from nowhere. I was shocked to see what just happened. He offered the backpack to me and said, "So, please keep this backpack with you." "Why should I keep this backpack?" I asked him. "So, I know you have a car breakdown and you are here in search of a mechanic. You might be thinking, how do I know that? I will help you with that, but you need to promise me that you will take care of this backpack," requested the old man. "Our life is in danger and only one person can save us. It's your grandson, Joy. Please take this backpack to Joy. I promise to tell you everything later. Remember, this backpack is not a normal bag. He is my son, Oliver. Our ancestors have converted him into an backpack to save him. What if it is a risk for my grandson too?" "Don't worry, sir. When Oliver gets capable of becoming responsible, he will get converted back to a boy. Until then, no one can trace him." Instead of feeling scared and confused, I was happy. Just then I realized whenever I felt something inkling and strange aroma of happiness was around me. And that same aroma was coming from that old weird-looking man. After some time, we walked towards our car. "Time please, Nanu," Joy interrupted. He ran and brought his backpack from the cupboard and slept hugging his backpack with a smile. "Ow! Ouch! Ah! You hold so tight! Leave me, mad boy!" The backpack felt uncomfortable when Joy hugged him. Nanu continued. As soon as we reached, he asked us to open the bonnet and the man examined our car. He told us to sit in the car. Driver exchanged to look with me. I gestured him to sit in the car, but I was not sure if he would really be able to start the car. I saw him muttering and snapping his fingers from inside the car. He asked my driver to start the car, but it didn't start. He again muttered something and snapped his fingers. To my surprise, this time the car started. We came out and thanked him for helping us. Nanu concluded. Well, I was curious to know more about the backpack, but Nanu didn't know himself. He concluded his story with his last sip of tea and left for the airport with my father. Whoa, Joy, you're so brave. If I would be there seeing an unusual running backpack, I would have seriously run away from there. They all laughed out loud. Joy, now let me narrate. Oliver hopped a step ahead. Okay, Oliver, Joy shifted beside Bablu and leaned on the tree trunk. So, Joy, do you remember my first day at your school? Oliver continued with a smile. Thank you so much for listening to my story, guys. To continue listening, listen to my next episode. Till then, bye-bye. Stay safe and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.